You definitely don't want these in your emergency preparedness kit. Good afternoon, everyone. These batteries, I don't think it's a storage issue. It's the company's manufacturing. So let's take a look at it. And with all these things going on around the world, I wanted to, over the weekend, take a look at some just general things that everybody should have. You need to have batteries as a backup. Originally, I bought throwaways or disposables, but now I just use pretty much rechargeables. But this is one thing that I found, and you might want to steer away from this company. And we're going to take a look close up and also at the acidity in this. All right, originally I thought it was a storage problem with these batteries here from Rayovac, a 24 pack, all of them showing the battery acid leaking out of the bottom. I had them vertical when I was storing them, so I was thinking perhaps I should have stored them on the side like a wine bottle so this wouldn't happen. This other batch here, and you can see those are highly corroded. Now, generally in my box of batteries, I got the rechargeables, that sort of thing, in case. And because we're doing a lot of lights and night lights, headlamps, radios, these kind of things around the farm, so need to have them. And then I have a little small backup that I would carry with me for leave it down in the barn because we're always recharging lights all the time. But lo and behold, what did we find here? The same. All three of those come from the same company. And the storage areas were a little bit different for each one of them. So it's not as if I had all those in one place. I had them in 3 different places. So we're going to take a look here. And let's put on the glove. We want to be safe. And one thing you notice right away is, I know I should have 2 gloves on, but I'm going Michael Jackson with the hand today. Notice the corrosion on the top and also the bottom. That should not be happening. And another thing I found is these here are also Rayovac high energy, but you notice the difference in the batteries, same company, but the Rayovac with the blue has no corrosion where the other one is completely corroded. And Rayovac, your manufacturing quality definitely needs a look at. And also having these two next to each other here, it started to hop over and corrode my Duracell batteries too. So I lost batteries by having these substandard, sub-quality Rayovacs next to my Duracells, but now I have to throw that one away too because the corrosion's already starting on it. It was cross-contaminated. I mean, this coming out of a box that's never been used before, I mean, come on. I mean, it's storage, and it shouldn't be like that. I mean, is that something you want to put in your emergency kit? I don't think so. And look what's left on the bottom there. All that battery acid's on the bottom as well. A couple lessons to learn from this. Now I have to separate these because I'm afraid that they're also going to corrode. Ick. So I got to quarantine these batteries because of substandard manufacturing. And, I had the cases for them ready.
Marjorie has taught millions of people how to grow an abundance of food in a grid-down situation, even if you have no experience, are older, or out of shape.
I've spent decades finding the fastest, easiest, and funnest ways for the average person to be able to grow a lot of food. I've created a step-by-step process that's so simple that even kids to elders have been using it in order to grow a lot of their own food. And you can too, even if you have no experience, you're older, or you're out of shape.
Marjorie's free webinar provides you with the tools and knowledge that you need to thrive during these difficult times. You'll learn Marjorie's 3-part system for quickly producing vegetables, eggs, meat, and much more. Go to homegrown2030.com. That's homegrown2030.com, or click on that link in the description box below. And now on with the video. Here's another one as well. So all these are that substandard Rayovac. I moved them just the other day when I saw that. I'm going to have to take them out and put them into a Ziploc bag because I don't think it's safe to keep these, even though they haven't, corroded yet as such. I just don't think that they're going to be safe to leave in with the rest of my batteries. Now also a word to self here. I ended up getting these EBLs, the rechargeables, best ones. These things are a workhorse and they last incredibly long compared to other rechargeables. I did a bit of research before I ended up buying these. And also you're going to need a battery tester. This is an incredibly handy thing here, a battery tester. Maybe I'll use the non-contaminated hand. Thanks, Rayovac. And speaking of that contamination, I have this Bushnell headlamp, perfectly fine. I just put it out somewhere with the fire starter kit. So around at night, you can look in there without having to, worry what kind of, whatever's in the box there. But it ended up corroding the inside of this as well because I had those Rayovac batteries in there. I even took them out and tried to replace them with Duracells to see if I could get this thing functioning again. Just put Duracells all in it. No, it doesn't work. Whatever happened with the corrosion inside. So thanks, Rayovac. Not only did you ruin, let's see, it's 24 plus 24 plus 12, 5 dozen batteries, but you also ruined my Bushnell headlamp, which I need to spend another $18 to get this. Plus I need to replace these and then quarantine these substandard manufacturing things that you put out there. It's unbelievable. Like the quality of this should not be allowed. And I would highly suggest that you go through and you check and see. And I'm leaving snow on the desk here. Can you believe it? The battery acid's actually flaking off like snow. But I mean, do you really want that in your preps? I don't. So that's why I'm warning you. Stay away from these Rayovacs, these Ultra Pro. And I should write a letter to the CEO. You got to remember this junk that you're putting out. Why is this manufacturing so different between that one type of battery and the other one? That's dangerous, what you're doing. That's absolutely dangerous. Should not be allowed. And at the same time, if you're taking inventory of something like batteries, you might want to think about taking an inventory of other things, specifically those that are made in China. There has sort of been movement forward, but it's going to take another minute. Apparently, the last couple of ships, container ships, have arrived here in America. Now, please remember, these are international cargo, as in container vessels, not to be confused with something like 60,000 tons of iron ore coming on a ship. The ones that are produced factory products that are packed into a container, vessels sailing and arriving here, will be 0 in the West Coast this week. Next week it'll be the Gulf of Mexico, and then another 2 weeks after that New York, so everything starts to dry out. Take an inventory of what you're getting from China. What is it made in China? I don't even know about this Bushnell. I would think it might be, but the original packaging is gone off here. And I don't see a made on label anywhere here. So I would encourage you to do an assessment for everything around in your home that you're using for this type of thing. That's why you should have a backup to the backup. So not having these Rayovacs, of course I would have the Duracell and also the rechargeables. So it's just like redundancies in things. But again, this is all the batteries I need right here to work for our farm. We're going out every single night. We're leaving lights down by the chickens and whatnot. Like we're always cycling through batteries. Now the disposable ones here, I've saved those just for, tradables or one-time use. But the recyclables, everything's full of recycled batteries, and plus these are the backups for it. So we got the big lanterns. That's why I got the D's here, because we got a lantern that'll last on low power, like she's 20 hours something. Then I got a recycle set right here, a replenishing set. So everything we need to swap out batteries and immediately head back out. So these are the kind of things you're going to need, like really usable, swappable items, and see which one is available. I know I don't like Amazon much either, but you might want to start using that just to get filled right now because it's still an unknown about China. But I appreciate you watching. Bring you more tips like this as I come across them with things that didn't prep out so well. But I hope you got something out of the video. Leave a comment below. And anything that you think might be more beneficial or a different way to do it, I'm all ears too, but I'm all no more Rayovac. So I will see you next time. Please remember civilizationcycle.com. Bye for now.